Hello, my name is Neda, and in the next 5 minutes, I'll be telling you about our final project. You've already heard from Sarah and Jenny, so I'll now guide you towards my photos. So I'll start with the first photo, which is a photo of me with my medical degree shingle. And this relates to Unit 5. We learned about the various important social movements of the past century. This is a photo of me from graduation day on med school, and it's not hard to tell how happy I was. While I was privileged to grow up in a family where I was encouraged to pursue my passion and dreams, it wasn't something that my parents grew up with. My mother, in fact, had to hide the fact that she was writing university entrance exams from her father, and when she was accepted to medical school, she wasn't able to attend because it wasn't thought that women are able to attend medical school, and this is only 30 years ago. So really here, graduating from med school was a culmination of both my dreams as well as my mother's. It's only a generation later that women outnumber men in university enrollment in Iran, even in technology and science fields. So I wanted to ask you, who was the first to go to university in your family? What were the barriers that faced them? Who was their enabler? The second photo that I want to show you is a photo of me standing behind the podium. It's a black and white photo, and it pertains to Module 4, where we read in detail about the various philosophies when it comes to adult education. Some of us felt that behaviorism, it may be successful in the short term, but it's really short-sighted because it only focuses on external values. In keeping with liberal philosophy, we gave passionate arguments for the relevance and virtues of liberalism as well as postmodernism. I do think that each philosophy has a role in adult education, but when it comes to science, as is the case with my life particularly, I think that progressivism is quite important because both the educators and the students who subscribe to it, they have to focus on the importance of data and research. This means that I have to always stay humble and open-minded about evolving ideas as evidence mounts for or against a treatment. Yet progressive philosophy really fails us in the less evidence-based areas of medicine. For example, I'm talking about the ethics of medicine. How do you think your doctor should deal with ethics of medicine? What school of thought or what school of education do you think really is the best way to deal when it comes with the ethics of medicine? When your physician is talking to you about your care or your loved one's care, how would you like them to discuss these with you? I'm curious to hear what you think. The next photo that I wanted to show you is a photo of me on the phone, and this is more about the Unit 7, where we talked about helicopter education and we contrasted it with helicopter parenting. We read about Noel's ideas and how learners see education as a process of developing increased competency to achieve their full potential in life, and that they want to apply whatever knowledge and skill they gain today to living more effectively tomorrow. And this is really something that I've subscribed to. Immigrant parents have a bit of a reputation that they tend to be helicopter parents, but this wasn't the case with my family. In fact, I tended to be a helicopter student, which is a new word that I've coined, where I was so obsessive about everything that I did that my parents didn't have to do anything. Even now, when I'm in my 30s and it's been a while since I've been a student, I still go to my mentors and my previous teachers and ask them about difficult cases and problems and get their input. So do you think there is such a thing as a helicopter student, or is that a conscientious student? I'm really curious to see what you think. So the last photo that I will tell you about is a photo of me standing in front of a poster. This is a recent photo that I took in Washington at the American College of Rheumatology meeting. This photo is supposed to relate to Unit 8 when we debated on the virtues of online versus face-to-face education. In that article, actually, I was a strong proponent of online education and dreamt of a world where instead of taking the bus for an hour to get to university, we would sit in our comfy couch and put on a virtual reality headset and step into a world with our teacher and our classmates, where we would learn about something new as if we weren't exactly there. However, I still think that face-to-face education has a role, and it will be a long time before it goes away. Even though today there are thousands of medical articles available online through whatever search engine you choose to use, doctors still travel thousands of miles and go to meet with their colleagues to be able to discuss cases and learn about the most recent research. This enables us to really have instant feedback and talk with people about our ideas and the difficult cases that we've had. This meeting here, actually, every year about 16,000 people come to the meeting, and it happens all over the world. So here, on the topic that I was presenting, a group of physicians came and they were interested in my topic, so I walked them through my posters, and while they learned something from me, I learned from something from them in the way that they gave me feedback and the questions that they had. And I think we still have a long way to go when it comes to online education to be able to have that immediate feedback. This is the conclusion of our final project. We're really interested to hear about your ideas and your experiences when it comes to adult education. Please visit our Instagram gallery and leave us a comment. It was a pleasure to chat with you all this term and be a classmate of yours. Hope to see you around. Goodbye.